Welcome to the video. Today is a beautiful day and the sun is shining, baby. The windy, and day 2 of this vlog type of video. I just wanted to challenge myself to express myself and then be able to deliver my message. This is the reason why I'm doing this vlog type of thing, which I'm sitting on the couch, but this is going to be only a color grading and cutting unnecessary part type of video. The reason why is that I feel like I have been creating a great content in which I like it. It's very creative, and a lot of people actually ask me like, how do I create this creative videos? And it is creative and it is cool, and it is part of me, and there's no lie in it. But at the same time, I think, where's the vulnerability? And here's the thing, in social media, I'm against to showing too much privacy, because if you don't have a privacy, if you're showing everything, then there's no mystery. And then the mystery is the most attractive part in a human being. We need to have the mystery. We need to be mysterious to some degree in order to evoke a certain attraction within the other people, right? So like whether it's a male or female, it doesn't matter. You get to you start to imagine. Your imagination is way more stronger than you explaining who you are and what you do in words. So that is why I value privacy. I value, who I am in person or who I am as an individual. I feel like the people in my community, my coaching program, and my clients, and the friends, they love for who I am, right? They love the fact that I'm authentic. And I think I wasn't really exposing that part of me through a video, which there's a reason why. The one is, for me, when I make content, I script it down, like I write things down, because in my thoughts, it can be like so many different ideas, dots, or like a stars. But in order to deliver that in the most accurate and the most understanding and the most easy to implement, then it has to be at least organized. It has to be organized. That's why I like to write things down and then add it like the things on the spot, and just edit it into the nice way so that people can also be entertained. That was the way that I expressed myself, and I wanted to get the most out of it through the message that I have. But I feel like me speaking about vulnerability, I need to embody the vulnerability. And the vulnerability is essentially the courage. And then one of the reasons why is it a full moon. And then I know the fact that, some people are not into astrology, and I'm not knowledgeable, I don't know much of astrology, but I observe myself, there is a certain power and force out there that affects our internal world. And if it's the stars, and I'm like, let it be, When I also personally look at people, or used to look at people, and they're amazing, they're fantastic, and I'm like, wow, it's like so captivating. Or even the opposite, some people are just like so annoying. Do you get this feeling like sometimes like you look at people, and they can be like, a little bit ahead of you, like they're absolutely successful, and then you go like, I don't like this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's a girl, like, if you look at the guy and it's like, wow, like, he's too arrogant, he's too cocky, like, I don't like that douchebag. We somehow have this hate or the idea that triggers us, right? And it's very interesting. It doesn't matter if you don't like that person, or like if you're so inspired by that person. It's just a different reflection of who you are. And then I'm not saying that that person is a complete reflection of who you are. I am saying that there's some part of who we are is reflected onto the the mirror, which happened to be that person. But vulnerability is you embracing in each aspect of who you are. And you don't have to show everything. And this is a very, very important thing. And as I said in the beginning, mystery is the most attractive trait in a human being. And we are drawn to the mystery, right? Even marketing, and even when you're watching TV and there's a commercial, and before the commercial, then the TV goes like, something crazy happened, so stay after the commercial. Right, that's because the mystery evokes this blank space in the human brain, and in that, we cannot help but chase that desire to fill that blank space. So that's why psychologically, from the psychological perspective, the mystery is attractive. So, when I say being vulnerable is beautiful and it's powerful, it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this whole thing. Every single day I'm going to shoot a video like this. No uncensored, unedited. If I say something, I will take every responsibility of whatever I say. And, this is unscripted and unedited. It's vulnerable. But that doesn't mean that I need to take a camera to the fucking toilet and then show you guys a pissing. Obviously, that would be a cool video for some people, who knows. But I'm joking. You don't have to show everything. Vulnerability is not something that, okay, this is who I am. Let me just show from 0 to 100. You can choose that. But if you are not being authentic, if you're not willing to show some part of things that you feel a little bit afraid to show because of the internal judgment, because of the beauty standard in society, because of the belief system you have. For instance, I'll give you an example of mine. Back in the days, I was very fashionable. Well, I am still fashionable, thank you very much. But I was inspiring in that sense, right? So I didn't want to walk around with any casual clothes, which is completely fine. Like, you don't have to pick it up and point out as an insecurity. But how I felt internally was based on insecurity. Because every time I dress up well, then I feel so good. But every time that I'm not, then I don't. So my internal state or internal confidence and self-worth and self-value was actually determined by the style that I put on my body. So when I take them off, then I feel less valuable and I feel less confident, right? So that is not vulnerability. But if I feel the same way, then I can definitely just wear cool clothes every single day. Even when I'm sleeping in a bed, I can just wear a leather jacket. It doesn't bother me. If it doesn't bother me, that's fine, right? And then if it doesn't define my value and self-worth, or it doesn't come from the insecurity, I just I love wearing a leather jacket in my bed. If that's the case, then go for it. So you have to understand that a vulnerability is the courage to show up as who you are. And it's funny enough because now I'm 30 years old, and the older I get, the more clothes that I want to take them off. And which sounds kind of weird, but I felt like before, I felt like I need to be super cool. Life is only one shot, why don't I wear some boring clothes? I would just show up with some cool style. And if today is the last day of my life. I think it was a good philosophy as well. To also entertain yourself. Obviously, if you put nice clothes on, you feel good, right? But now I feel like if I show up with just whatever, shorts or just, sweatpants and nothing on my top and just, good physique and confidence as an aura, energy, charisma that is invisible, but you can feel it. I think I want to be confident as that version of myself. And what happens is that when you put the clothes on it, that's an additional, it's like a seasoning on the best Wagyu in the world, the best Japanese beef, maybe the Kobe beef. And then you put this nice seasoning like a salt papi, and that's going to be the fashion. But the fashion shouldn't be the Kobe beef. Right? Kobe beef is who you are. You shouldn't be the beef from America that is, contains so much steroids and all that kind of shit. You need to be organic and natural, beautiful, tastes like a heaven Kobe beef as who you are. And as an extension and as an addition, you can just be a soul pappy and shit. And that makes everything amazing, right? Like soul pappy uses gold thing on the beef and it looks fancy and bougie. I'm not sure if I like it, I'm not sure if you like it, but my point is, that's how I used to operate, and that's how I found myself feeling insecure in the deep down and knowing that I need to change it. But the more I pay attention, not in a negative sense of manner, but the more I pay attention with the questions such as like, how can I improve this? How can I feel better? And how can I feel more authentic? Then I found a lot of challenges, right? And then if you identify the problem, if you identify the core belief system, then you can find a solution to it. And it's actually very simple to find a solution. But it's very difficult to be accountable. It's very difficult to do something in consistent basis or to actually master any craft or skill, right? So the being of vulnerability for me is being showing up as who you are without any insecurities or any false extension of who you are attached to you, but still remain mystery. If I can do this every single day, shooting a video, raw footage, uncensored, unedited, but still bring the value for you, you can do something every single day as well. So I want you guys to find something that you can start from today. After watching this video, I'm going to start this for every single day. And then every single day, I want you to come back to watch this video, not this video, but the videos that I'm going to be posting every single day. And I want you to also keep going so that we can achieve something great. All right, be vulnerable, be beautiful. Peace.
Live your life like a movie.